Alright y'all, so I forgot the vlog camera at home and I'm actually at my office filming from my phone, so forgive the phone quality of this video, but I wanted to be sure I vlogged this moment because today I will be having one of the most, I don't know, important interviews of my life. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to record how I'm feeling and talk through my feelings and be able to vlog this moment, because I did a video with Travis about his interview and his process into getting accepted into a doctoral program, and I wanted to be sure that I did it for myself. Honestly, I feel like, you know, pursuing this degree for me, if I get accepted, is personal. You know, it's not even for professional gain more so. Yeah, that's a bonus. You know, getting advanced education could possibly guarantee a lot of professional gain financially and positions, but for me, this is personal because of the journey that I've been through to get to this point to even be considered to pursue a doctoral degree. When I was in high school, I'll quickly tell y'all a small story, and I'll go into more detail about this in probably later on in this video when I do a sit down after the interview itself. So when I was in high school, I had a guidance counselor that I met in the 11th grade because I switched schools. Once I finished my 10th grade year, I switched schools to a different high school. And the high school that I had come from was not very supportive. Honestly, that school it was a performing arts school. It had a lot of favorite students that they pretty much helped a lot. But if you weren't one of those favorite students, you really didn't get a lot of assistance from the teachers. You really wasn't supported in any way like that, in my opinion, from my experience only. So I definitely wasn't a favorite at the school I had come from, and I had been at that school from 6th grade to 10th. So when I moved to the new high school that I was going to, it was a completely different setting for me culturally, and I was just new to everything. Well, I had a guidance counselor that pretty much told me that you would never be able to go to a 4-year college straight out of high school because she didn't believe economically, from my financial background with a single mother, that I would be able to do that or afford that or find ways to afford that. And she also told me that with my GPA, I would never get accepted. So they would have college tours, so they would take the students that had the GPAs they felt were worthy enough to go to college. They would take them to college tours all around Tennessee. Some of the students that they took on those tours had never even applied to the schools that they were going to see. So they were taking these students because their GPAs were what they felt worthy. But the students that didn't have the GPAs they felt would get accepted to the schools, they made them stay at the schools and didn't let them go. Also with the ACT prep courses that they had in my high school, only students with a certain GPA could actually take those ACT prep courses. So if you didn't have the GPA they felt was, you know, worthy enough, then, and that was like a 3.3 or higher, which I did not in high school, I didn't have that, then they did not let you take ACT prep courses. So when it got time for me to get ready to start thinking about my next steps, my guidance counselor pretty much told me, you will never be able to obtain an education on a 4-year level. So what I did was I went on the internet, on Google, and let Google teach me how to apply to colleges by myself. I applied to 15 schools by myself. That means I collected my transcript, I wrote a personal statement by myself, I got my resume done, I got 3 letters of recommendations from my teachers. I did everything by myself. I filed my FAFSA by myself, and with the assistance of my mom with the FAFSA part. And you know, I did all those things by myself. I even signed myself up to go on college tours around Tennessee by myself. So I actually signed up for a program that took first-gen students to tours, and I went alone. And so I did all that, and I think back to, you know, hearing my guidance counselor tell me that I was never going to get accepted to any schools, and I used that as motivation. So from that point, once I started receiving acceptances, so out of the 15 schools, I got accepted to 8, and I got full ride scholarships to 3. So once I got all those acceptances, I went by my guidance counselor office and said, just want to let you know I've gotten accepted to these schools. I'll need my final official transcript. She could not believe it. So much so that the school that I went to and I graduated from was the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. She called the university to ask them if there was a mistake had been made, because I got accepted to this university on a full ride, and I also got accepted into a first-year experience scholars program for the summer to go to college before all the freshman students. Not everybody got accepted to go to the program, and I did. And the school said this was the decision that they made, and I was accepted, and there was nothing she could do about it. So then she called my mother and got on the phone with her and told my mom that I needed to not go to any of the schools that I had gotten accepted to, and that I needed to just go to Chattanooga State, which is the local community college in my city. Even after getting accepted. Then she found out I was going on college tours, and I had seen all the schools that I applied to, and she was furious. When it came to the ACT, I found an old ACT prep book from the library at my high school, and I actually sat in that library, and I would stay after school and study for the ACT using a 4-year older version of the book, and I was able to score very high on the ACT. By myself without a prep course. So I say all that to tell people I really want to motivate others to use rejection as your motivation. I graduated from the University of Tennessee with 2 bachelor's degrees, one in women's studies and one in African American studies. And I also got to study abroad at the University of Ghana, which was amazing. And then I went on to pursue a master's degree, and I graduated with a master's degree in 2015 in higher education with a concentration in leadership for student success. And here I am today. I have applied to 3 doctoral programs, and I have an interview for one of them. So that's like the final round before they decide if we've gotten accepted. One of the other schools that I applied to, I know that I've gotten admitted into that school. So the third one, their application isn't due until March the 1st, but I've already turned in the material, so I'm just waiting. So I'm at a place where I definitely want to encourage others to really go out there and get what you want to get. Go out there and don't let anybody tell you that you cannot achieve anything. I remember when I was in that performing arts school I went to from 6th to 10th grade, I had a musical theater teacher that pretty much had his favorite students, and everybody knew it. So I remember when I first experienced rejection, I was never cast in any of the musicals, never cast in any of the shows. I was always put in the back row. My mom could barely see me. And I remember thinking to myself, like, you know, one day you're going to be in the front. One day you are going to make a way to where you will not let other people's judgment of you dictate where your placement is. Like, that felt so important to me. And I remember I was in one of his rooms. It was just me by myself. I was practicing for an exam we had coming up, and our exams at this performing arts school was to like sing a song in front of the class. Ridiculous, but that was part of your grade. And I remember while I was singing that song, I was in the room, and you could see that I was in the room. I was sitting in the middle of the room in a chair, and I was working on my music, kind of writing some things down. I had stayed after school to get prepared for the solo, and he came into the room, got his stuff out of the room, and shut off the lights while I was sitting in the room. So I was just in the room in the dark. Like, he looked at me, I waved at him, and he actually shut the room lights off. And I remember thinking in my mind, like, this is somebody that really views me as nothing, as a student that is not valuable to him, that has pretty much told me, like, I don't care anything about you and I'm rejecting you. And, you know, in high school and then when you're in school, you look at your teachers as individuals that's supposed to motivate you, support you, and, you know, they're your first or second line of supportive people in your lives outside of your parents, supposedly, right? I remember thinking in my mind, like, this moment right here really showed me that the only person I can depend on to care about me, to support me, to motivate me is myself and my mom, you know, and my grandma. You know, those are the only people that's in my corner. And even those people that you look at that's supposed to be an authority figure of you to support you, they're paid to do so. They may not always have your best interest. So I used that moment of him shutting those lights off of fuel to my fire to always say that, you know, you are going to be somebody. And people like him at that time, he felt like a giant to me. But now at the space that I'm in my life and how much I look back on that and see how much that motivates me, he's like a little bitty pebble to me because of who I've become because of his lack of support. So I definitely want to say thank you to my musical theater teacher that shut those lights off, that kept me in the back, that pretty much put me down for all the years I was at that school. And I absolutely say thank you to my guidance counselor that was one of the biggest motivators for me to push me because of her lack of support, her rejection, because of her efforts she went through to really stop me. It only fueled me to go harder. I remember catching Greyhound buses to the schools I wanted to go to. I remember once I got on the college campus, I had no idea what to do. I didn't know what major to pick. I didn't know how to sign up for anything, but I figured it all out. And I definitely want to motivate anybody out there that feels like they can't do it. Yes, you can, because I did. So I really hope that you all enjoy this video. I'm about to interview for one of the biggest schools and I am so excited and I'm just praying it goes well. So maybe the next clip will be me kind of talking through my thoughts after the interview and then kind of just talking through what happens next. And hopefully in this video you may see a clip of whether I get accepted or not. So we'll see. All right, y'all. So y'all might hear Kaylee because she always want to be on the vlog when I'm on the vlog. Say hello.
Hi.
Yeah. So go play, Kaylee. And she gonna go play. So I wanted to vlog this moment because the last time you all saw a clip, I was actually finna get ready to go to my interview for a graduate program. So what I didn't get a chance to do is go over with y'all the timeline of how I did things for the grad programs and what I have going on so you can understand the timeline. What am I doing with the camera? Okay, so you all can understand the timeline. So I told you all my story on just how I got to the point to even want to apply for a graduate program and kind of talk to you all a little bit about, you know, just what happened to me in high school and like just some low down people that has been in my life on my educational pursuit and my professional pursuits, and how I've really overcome a lot of early adversity in my life, especially when it comes to pursuing my education. From catching Greyhounds to different schools, to go on tours by myself, to doing my FAFSA by myself, to and also with the assistance for my mom with my FAFSA, and just applying to all those 15 schools by myself, writing personal statements, studying for the ACT, using an old book from the library, being denied ACT prep classes. Like, it was just crazy. So, you know, all of that brought me to this point of finishing both my bachelor's degrees and then my master's degree. And then here I am pursuing a doctoral degree. And so timeline wise of where I am with everything is the last clips you saw, I have applied. Let me start from the beginning. I am applying for 3 graduate programs. I have 3 schools that are my top choices. So any of the 3 schools that I apply to, and if I get accepted to any of those 3, I would be very happy to attend. So let's start there. So I have 3 options. 2 of the schools are schools located in the state of Georgia where I live, and the positive about that is that my job will basically cover all of the costs for those 2 programs if I was to get accepted and go to one of them. The 3rd option is actually a private school in Virginia that I have really been eyeing for a while because I'm really interested in their curriculum, and I also recently have been told that I will be receiving a military grant, so I get a big discount on my tuition at that school, and also my job also helps cover a little bit of the reimbursement as well. So my out-of-pocket expense for that program is actually quite low. It's very manageable if I go to the private school. So I am applying to 3 programs. All of them have different deadlines. One of the deadlines for my top choice school was very recently, early February, and I completed and submitted all of my materials for that program. And you all saw me getting ready to interview for that particular program. It went very well. I think I did a really good job. It was a 30-minute interview, very quick. But yeah, so it was an experience. I'm definitely happy that I got to experience that. I was nervous, but I think I did a really good job. So I did that on the 17th, and then I was told I would have to wait they would let me know if I got accepted or denied from the program within a week. Well, a week has come and gone, and I have heard nothing from the program. So I'm like, okay, what do I do now? So the other 2 schools, I have all my application materials in the portal ready to press submit. The deadline for my second choice school, well, I don't like saying second choice because again, all three of them, I really would be honored to go to any of them. So I'll just say the second school. So the second school that's coming up, deadline is March the 1st. And I have everything finished for that school. So I had to write a personal statement, a writing sample, get multiple letters of recommendation. I had to get my transcripts in. I've done everything. The only thing I have not done is paid the application fee on purpose. Because if I was to get accepted to the school I interviewed for, then I would hands down just go there. Well, I hadn't heard from that school, and the deadline for the second school is 2 days away. So I'm like, oh my gosh, because the goal was to have heard from the other school by the time this deadline rolls up. So now I'm in the dilemma of, do I pay this $40 fee and just understand that, like, if I get into the other school, I'll just lose the $40, or do I wait one more business day to give that school one more time, like, chance to let me know something, or do I email the graduate department and just inquire about my application since I did my interview? Decisions. So I think what I'm going to do is, because today is February 25th and the application is due March 1st. So for the second school that I'm interested in, not second choice, but just second school, I might just go ahead and give that first school till Monday. And if I hear nothing from them by close of business day on Monday at 5 p.m., then I'm going to go ahead and submit my application to this second school, just to give myself another really awesome opportunity. And also, I've worked on all the application materials I should apply. So that's where I'm at. I'm currently in limbo. I don't like this feeling at all. I just want to know whether I got in or not. If I didn't get in, fine. At least I know I put my best foot forward and I gave it all of my all. And if I do get in, yay, awesome, then I'll be moving forward and I know what I got going on. But right now in this phase, this right here, this is called limbo. And I don't love it. I don't love this space. So my third school that I will be submitting an application for is a private school. That school is located in Virginia. It is a real university. It has a real campus, so it's not an all online program. Well, yes, the program is all online that I would be doing, but it does have a location. And so it's located in Virginia. Applying to their program, I have to send them just one more item. Their application is not due until April 15th, which I'm happy about that, because by then I should know whether I have gotten accepted or denied to the first and second schools that I applied to. I should have all my answers by then, and then applying to the third school, then hopefully that school says yes. And so I feel like I could be a really great prospect for any of the three programs. I'm just trying to see which one is going to be the one that says yes. I personally think I'm a good fit for all three programs for a lot of different reasons, but you just never know how people are viewing your application. You don't know what the committee is thinking as a collective whole. You have no idea what their thought process is. And so since I interviewed for the one school, that's good, because that means all of my materials that I submitted was already good enough for the school for the interview. So that's great. I think I did well on the interview. There wasn't very many people in the interview and it was only 30 minutes. So I gave it my all for what I could do in 30 minutes. I also asked some really detailed questions about the program. And I thought that was good. I thought I was prepared for that. And so, Kayla, what are you doing? Come on from up under my desk, honey. So I thought I did well, but I wanted to document this moment just to capture the limbo that I'm in right now. Y'all, so it's been a month since I heard from the school that, let me catch y'all up. So I interviewed, y'all saw the clip where I interviewed at the school that was my top choice, and they told me they were gonna let me know in 1 week, and it's been a whole month. So there's that. And then the second school, I applied to that school, and it's only been like a week since their application was due. So giving them time to marinate. And then the third school, things are looking very good for them. So I just checked my email, y'all. I got accepted to my top choice. I can't even believe it. Oh my gosh. I actually got into the pro. I can't even believe that ish. Like, y'all, The fact that it say yes on it, I don't even know how to act. I look a mess. I've been downstairs cooking. Oh my gosh, y'all. Like, it say yes for real. Like, y'all don't judge me that I got on the same sweatshirt in like almost every clip, and it's been some days. Just know my sweatshirt clean. It's just that just so happened every time I pick up the vlog, I got in this damn shirt. But oh my gosh, it says yes. Woo, the first person I gotta call is my mama. I know that's everybody's, but I gotta call my mama first. Like, I gotta call her first, tell her like, girl, I got in there. They actually said yes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell Travis. He is at track practice right now with Kyler. All right, y'all. So from that clip, it's the next day. I know this vlog is like over the course of like a month, really, of filming it because stuff kind of took place in different formats and stuff. But I definitely want to say I am excited. I am honored, and Travis and I will be officially going to the same school. Travis has already started his doctoral program. He's been in it for almost a year now. So if you saw our video, we're starting a new playlist on our channel called Journey to Doctor or something. It'll have some kind of title. I haven't thought it all the way through yet, but some kind of title just documenting our journey to become doctors. Travis and I both becoming doctors of education. So we'll both be Dr. Liggins. It's crazy. That's hilarious to me. Both of us will be Dr. Liggins. So I think it's the coolest thing in the world, and I'm so honored that, you know, to be in this space, to be at this point. Getting accepted into my top choice school was always the goal. I applied to multiple schools, well, 3 in total, and just to know that I haven't heard back from the other 2 schools, but to have my top choice say yes, I am so excited. I've already accepted my seat, and I'm just honored. I definitely want to encourage those out there. If you got people in your life telling you no, create your own yes. I have always been the type where even when my guidance counselor told me no, my musical theater teacher told me no, those people rejected me early on in my life when I was just a high school girl just trying to find myself, and really treated me poorly. And I never will forget looking at those 2 individuals thinking I will one day definitely push through and be a person that encouraged people to never let moments like that break them. And I never let it break me. I've actually always used those moments as motivation, and I really want to encourage you all. If you got people in your life that's telling you no, create that yes. Prove them wrong, because I would definitely tell y'all that I am living proof that you can have anything that you want. I just got another incredible phone call today too about something else so exciting that could be a really big career move for me. So I'm just very thankful. This has been a wonderful week, y'all, and I'm so happy. And to think that Travis and I, 2 first-gen students, we were both first-gen, the first in our family to really do it in this way, to earn that bachelor's degree, to go on and earn that master's degree, to go on and pursue a doctoral degree, first to do it. Definitely the first when it comes to our age, being as young as we was, to be homeowners, you know, just first to, you know, get married at our age, and, you know, to pursue that as well. Like, first to do so many things at our age, you know, emphasis on age. You know, we were very young, making a lot of big decisions for ourselves, and I'm just so thankful. I'm thankful to my mom for being my best friend, to being my biggest cheerleader, to being my biggest supporter, to being my sanity when I call and I'm on the phone stressed. You know, she picking up my phone calls. You know, she has been another really big inspiration in my life throughout my life. You know, I'm so blessed to have had a really great example of a mother that have worked so hard by herself, also with the assistance of my grandmother, to raise me. Both of them raised me the way that I am, to have the type of desires that I have, to want to pursue great heights. I have those desires to pursue greatness because I saw them as living proof of that greatness. I saw my mom going to work and being on her job for 25 years, and being in the military for 15 years, and being a chief steward of the union on her job, and going to rallies and marching for people's rights, and just being this person. So having that kind of example growing up has always inspired me to be that, and even more, you know. And she's been a really positive impact on my life. I definitely want to acknowledge that. And so have my grandma in so many ways, being a leader in her own right. So I'm just so thankful thankful to be in this space, y'all, and so blessed to be. I want to thank the Most High for always being there to protect me at times where definitely so many times I could have gave up. So many things in life could have broke me, but I continued. And I thank the Most High too for bringing me somebody like Travis that has been my rock through it all. I mean, you know, he met me at a time when I had just started my career, and not even my career. I was like just trying to figure myself out after undergrad, you know, and we were both just trying to find who we were going to be. But just to be in a space to be so incredibly happy within myself, physically, mentally, spiritually, when in my relationship, emotionally, like I am very much so happy, and this is just like a wonderful place to be in, and I'm so thankful for it. It's all because of the Most High. He makes everything possible. He makes everything happen, everything move into place. Our relationship in our household with the Most High is very strong, and it's definitely been because we've put in a lot of positive energy out there. So I really hope y'all enjoy this vlog, and we're excited to take y'all on a new journey with us to journey to doctor, and I'm excited. So we're gonna go and celebrate this weekend my recent acceptance, and also a phone call that I got. So we're gonna celebrate that, and we are just gonna keep moving. And I'm so proud of Travis, y'all, what he's been doing. He's been really putting in that work with his doctoral program, and also pursuing professional opportunities for himself for advancement, and it's just been amazing. So I want to say peace, love, and light to y'all, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like our content, and definitely keep pushing. All right, see y'all.